I got a big fucking head. Ain't this a bitch? Like my head, dog. Gotta put the pony under there. This way, this way. How y'all wear to New York, K? What's y'all? Bam, like this. That's cool. How the fuck I'm gonna do these headphones? Like this? Like this. There we go. Oh, I hear a dun dun dun. That's Jay. Boy, you gotta stop logging in on this one. It's gonna let you change your mind.
I know, bro. Hold on. Oh, Lord.
Oh, it's the pre-show.
All right.
Motherfucking pre-show.
Woo.
You could drum up any day. It's dead even.
Yeah, I had to get a jump at the gas station.
The battery died.
I don't know what I left work and I went to that one right there on that BP.
Yeah.
And I put gas in. I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That's that hate.
Yeah. That's all good.
That's that fucking hurt. Oh yeah. New equipment, new sound. I'm loving it. What it do? Zach is whack. I love that. That wasn't your name before, and that's your name now, Zach. And I like that. Zach is whack. That's dope. What up, Zach? We'll plug the phone in. Turn it off. All right. We doing call-ins today. Make sure y'all get ready. Y'all go ahead and click the share button before the show starts. Make sure you get ready to call in. We're doing legit call-ins on the phone line. We don't need no video, none of that. If you got a take and you want to put it out there, just simply call in. Let's do it. Let's do it. Zach Lion, I know who you is, man. I know you Zach Lion, bro. I just like the Zach is whack. I think it's funny. Good shit. Yeah, for those of you who want to call in, make sure you got the number ready, 904-878-3868, right? 878-3868. And let me look. Yep. 878-3868. Call in, 878-3868. Make sure y'all call in later. We want to get your takes on everything we're doing. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so let me get the shares ready. Kickoff show. I'm excited.
Oh, man, bro.
It's like being back, bro. This being back. This different. We back.
It is. Bro, the regular season starts at 1 o'clock.
I'm about to hold on. You over there breaking. You over there killing bricks and what you doing? You over there doing construction.
What you mean?
I don't know. It sounded like you was beating a baby with a horse.
Oh, I
heard crying and everything.
Oh Lord, I ain't seen that.
All right. First show of the new season, bitches. Let's go. Of the new season. Brian wearing 80 or 93. Mad face. Trevor versus Tyrod. Question mark. Raven. Quote the Raven.
Nevermore. Never fucking more. I don't want to quote nothing from the Ravens. I don't want to quote their practices. I don't want to quote their shit.
Never.
I don't know what the fuck they got going over there. How y'all fuck up all y'all players?
Bro, it's bad. It's bad for them.
Ooh, man.
All these shares. Hitting all these shares. Y'all hit the shares. I'm getting all these groups shared, and then we were going live. We got a surprise for y'all. All right, let's do it. We going live.
All right.
I'm about to do that while you finish what you're doing. When you're ready.
First pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Trevor Lawrence, quarterback, Clemson.
Duval, Bangum, Westside, Jayville, Duval, Hustle House, Frank Coley, he real. Duval, Bangum, Billy, Rankin, throw your D's in the air if you from the Bangum. Duval, 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 Duval. If you from a city, holla Duval, 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 Duval. If you rep my city, holla Duval. Yeah, boy, don't them youngins go hard. Swinging in them drop top Chevy, sitting too tall. Jaguar on my plate, on my feet, 2-8, 4-5 on my hip. Set a lame nigga straight.
We got the deep swell to go.
I can't even defone Garoppolo.
That's cool.
Welcome to the Minute Team Podcast. Hello. Oh, I am your host, the Hot Take Hooligan, Agent K. I'm rocking with the cannabis analyst, Agent J. And we have finally made it. Week 1 is here.
Jeez.
And we are live, man. First and foremost, we got to give a special shout out to the sponsors. Let's start it off with those good folks over at the Miller Creative Group, shall we? Yeah.
MCG, our group of talented designers, can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business? Or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
We got the fire on the stereo.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
Yes, sir. 904 Printing is just better. Duh. And y'all know storm season is almost gone, but the damage has been done. Some of y'all got privacy fences looking more like fishnet stockings, you know what I'm talking about? And some of you just want to add that extra security for your family and pets that a fenced-in yard brings you. Well, Paula and Dan, the Freemans, they got you covered. Anchor, Fence, and Deck can bring those beautiful backyard dreams to life. Just call my buddy Jalen for a free estimate today. That's 904-859-5481. Or you can check them out online at www.anchorfence-deck.com. All anybody needs sometimes is somebody to hold them down when times are tough, and nobody holds it down better than Anchor, Fence, and Deck. Boy, I am nice with these commercials. You hear me? Let's go. Boy, I'm about to start charging double.
What I'm talking about?
Sheesh. Sheesh. The commercial game is on point, but while we at them commercials, let's go ahead and talk about our big homies over at New Jag City. They got the official watch party for the Jags Texans away game, man. Make sure you head on out to Myth Nightclub. That's over at 333 East Bay Street in Jacksonville, Florida. Make sure you get in there. They got all type of specials, ain't them, Jay?
Yeah, I think they got I don't know all the specials, but I think they got chicken and waffles specials. I know they doing drink specials. I think should have 5-6 TVs for the game, so you can watch the other games too if you're not watching the Jags. But if you're not watching the Jags, then I don't know what you're watching.
I don't fuck with you.
But yeah, they'll be out there. They'll be out there every away game. So every away game they're gonna be at Myth, man. So everybody check out New Jag City.
Make sure you check out New Jag City and get with them for them away games, boy, because it's going to be a fun fucking season. And if the season is going to be anything like it was last night, boy, it's about to be a good one. But before we get rolling in it, I want to introduce my special guest host for the evening. This is my guy. He has been formerly a host on the Sports Talk Live from the Bench podcast. Now he about to roll out with a new show called The Wire. Y'all give it up for my guy, the Zcar, in the building, baby.
What up?
What's good, bro?
What's going on?
Man, glad to be here. You know, I've been watching y'all boys grow since y'all started. Proud of y'all boys, man. What you in Green? You in Wisconsin, right?
I'm out here in Illinois now.
Illinois, you okay? Well, you Midwest, basically.
Yeah, I just be floating.
Do your show from the 904 to the Midwest. I got to clap that up.
Like this?
There you go.
Oh man, you can't give big kids big toys, man.
Yeah,
and you know why? Because all we do is let's go, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
hey,
sir.
the moment one of you motherfuckers say some dumb shit, it's finna be.
Everybody, man. We're not playing against nobody on that.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, man, so again, all of y'all currently tuned in, we appreciate you, man. Go ahead and click that share button. Get it out there to everybody. You know, follow us on social media at Men and Teal Podcast, except for Twitter, that's at Men and Teal Pod. Well, why I hear echo? That's you?
Who got speakers?
You got your speakers on?
Oh, let me turn that off. My bad.
Yeah. You know, I knew because he ain't got no fucking headphones on.
Yeah, hold on, bro.
Yo, y'all make sure that you follow us, man. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's Men and Teal Podcast. We keep it real funky for you. Also, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Simply search Men and Teal Podcast. It's updated all the time, right away, right after the show, within an hour. So we good to go. Speaking of, Jay, I think you know what we need to do. No, you good. Okay. Let's go. You know what we need to do, Jay? I want to give another round of applause. Because the Men and Teal Podcast has made its way into 3 countries at the moment. No, 4. I'm sorry. 4 countries, man. We are 4 countries, bro. We out here grinding.
Trying to get worldwide, man. It's Jags fans all over the place, man.
18 states. We got listeners across, and what's beautiful is that's simply on our post platforms. That's not even on our live streams we talk about here. That's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We put 0 promotion into that stuff outside of what we do here live with y'all. So shout out to everybody who's been supporting us since day one, man. We really appreciate it, and it's only up from here. You already know.
We got some big stuff coming, dog.
Yeah. Let's get to it, though. News around the league has been fun. So, you know, I don't know what this button does. I just want to press it. Okay, we going to get to the news. Hey, Zcar know what that is because he a DJ, so we're going to hit him one more.
That reggae horn, the reggae horn.
Oh, my. I had a phone call.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, but you know what? I don't got it on there, so we good. All right, let's jump right into the news, though, man. I don't know if you knew this or not, fellas, but last night we had football. NFL football was back, and boy, was it good as the Dallas Cowboys headed out there to Tampa Bay to take on the champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, I don't know what y'all expected, but I was expecting Tampa to hang it up and go 30 on them boys easy.
Yeah, bro. Look, bro. Honestly, bro, I didn't even watch the game up until right before Tom Brady threw that first touchdown. Like, I was watching Big Brother, dog, and I knew the game was on, but I knew the game was on, and I was flipping back. I was like, man, and then as soon as I flipped over, I'm guessing when they struggled on the first drive, punted, Dallas punted, and then they drove 90 yards or 95 yards and put the score. And I was like, okay, this is looking. And then it started getting out of hand early. And then I was like, bro, I was like, all right, bro, I'm probably not going to finish watching this game because it looked like they about to skunk these boys. And then Dallas came down, scored. It was 14-7, and then shit. Yeah.
Smoke started coming.
Yeah.
I was expecting the same thing, but dude, see, I'm the oldest of y'all. I'm 44. Yeah. When you hit 40 and it's time to go to work and time to go to bed, that pillow gonna call it. So just like HK said, he watched the first quarter and then touchdown and then switched to something else. Next thing you know, I was asleep. My eyelids was watching each other. And when I woke up, Tom Brady and everybody was doing the interview. I went back to watch the game. I was one of those people that said they gonna get their ass whooped. I was surprised. I ain't gonna try to jump into too soon, but me and Kenny, we had to talk about the Dallas game plan, which I ain't gonna lie, Jerry Jones was with the poker face the whole preseason. We was checking on Dallas. They ain't got nothing. Dallas ain't showed nothing at all. And what they come out with, Dallas came out slinging the ball, and we already talked about why you don't take the 7-step drop, because that D line is crazy. You got Jason Pierre-Paul, which was an ex-Pro Bowler. You got Veda, which is bigger than 2 offensive, guards. And you got was another Pro Bowler. So that D line is vaunted, if you ask me. So
yeah. No, that defense over in Tampa Bay is monstrous, and that's why I thought that it really wasn't going to be close, for real. I didn't expect it to be close because I expected Tampa to come out and cook, and I didn't think that Dallas's offense was going to be able to handle that defense. Zach Martin's out.
That's what I'm saying. Zach Martin.
That's your best offensive lineman. He's out, and now you got to figure out who the hell is about to block Sue and Vita Vea. Vita Vea is one of the nastiest, biggest, meanest Samoan. That motherfucker looked like Rikishi and Umaga had a baby together. This man just put the center in the quarterback lap. Dak Prescott looked like Santa Claus with a center in his lap asking what
he just went through and just, he's like, oh, come here. Like, I'm like, you can't just, I'm like, bro, that's not normal, bro. Just to take a 300-pounder and run through him.
You get your ass last Boy Scout doing some shit like that. You gonna embarrass me out here. What are you thinking? You gonna push me into my own guy and think I'm gonna let you walk? I'm hitting you in the dick. You're getting dick punched right away. Crotch top, bow, right away.
I got a question for both of y'all though. If you're Dak Prescott and you take your 3-step drop and you see your center getting pushed into your lap, what is your facial expression right now? Right. My eyeballs like Tom and Jerry. Boom! Like, whoa, what's going on here?
I'm telling you, that was a bad situation. That was a very, very bad situation. But overall, Dallas's offense performed, and I think that I know Dak threw for over 400 yards, right? What was the exact number? It was like 400 yards, 400 and I got it right here. 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Hey, we talked about this. I don't know if it was on air or off air, but we talked about Joe Burrow, right? Throwing the ball 60 times, right? That was off air.
That was off air, yeah.
Dak Prescott threw the ball 58 times.
Yeah.
Tom Brady threw the ball 50 times.
Yeah, they wasn't running. They couldn't get neither one of them could really get the run going.
That was crazy. That's crazy. I don't care if you have Tom Brady or not. It is not ideal to throw the ball 50 plus times a game. That is not good offense.
But wait a minute. Let's think about this. What kind of throws were they? You got to admit, Dallas, neither one of the two teams could actually run. But you had the Cowboys throwing the screen, which is equal to a handoff to Ezekiel Elliott, for the 5-6 yards. Right. So, barring the injury that Dak had, I think they managed it pretty good for what it was.
Yeah, and even Tampa Bay, at the same time, it's just like when Tom was in New England. If they can't get the run going, they're going to toss to the flats with the running back or short pass, middle, chop it up. Because if we can't get the run going, we're going to have these long extended handoffs, and we're just going to get 3-4 yards first down, 3-4 yards, take a shot, 3-4 yards, take another shot. Like, that's the formula. So it's like, if they're going to do what they got to do, it's just, if that run ain't working, because they tried it, they wanted to run the ball.
They did. I mean, Zeke had 11 carries for 33 yards. He was averaging 3 yards per carry. I mean, it's not terrible.
Yeah, shout out to Tony Pollard, man. Tony Pollard on my fantasy team. He showed out last night. I mean, that's all I needed. 9 points. That was more than he was projected to get, but he had 3 or 4 catches for 30-something yards. So it's like,
and I didn't need him to come out here and do it. I just expected Tampa to hang 30. I expected Dallas to put up like 14 points, maybe. But we get a 31-29 game. Zerline's job is safe, because he makes that kick that would have won the game. You think?
Yeah, but if Zerline didn't miss the other kicks, they win potentially.
What about the 60? Are you faulting him for the 60?
Because what did he miss? He missed 2 and a PAT.
No,
one
in a PAT. 60-yarder, and he missed a normal kick and a PAT.
Yeah, so I'm
not 60 a normal kick. Like, that's a 60.
No. I don't blame him on the 60. He was just short. It was on target.
Yeah, it hung left and dropped.
But the PAT and then the 30-something yarder or whatever, the chip shot, you got to hit those, bro. That's 4 points.
That is true, but we can't really pile on the kicker because the announcer did say he came off back surgery, I do believe, and he hasn't been kicking the whole preseason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
we dealing with the same situation in Jacksonville with Josh Lambo coming off that big hip injury.
Yeah,
but that's why I was happy he was kicking shit in the preseason, kicked everything in the preseason because he's got to get them reps.
Yeah, I mean, for the Cowboys not to release him or cut him, that shows confidence. You know, going into the season. You know, it's only the first game. He can get better.
Yeah, no. And Greg Zuerlein is certified in the league. He's not no bum kicker. He has a leg. But I mean, 60, like I said, 60s aren't normal field goals. 45, 50, those are long too, but you kind of expected to make a 45 to 50 yarder when you're in the NFL nowadays. So,
like
I said, I don't think they should cut him. I didn't think they should have cut him. It's just, I would say 4 points off the board instead of 7. Some people are saying 7. I don't say 7, but it is 4 points off the board.
Not everybody is Josh Scobie, Jay. Not everybody can hit them 60s, you know. Not everybody can do it.
There's one thing I want to harp on. We talked about it behind closed doors. Both teams played uncharacteristic football. You had I forgot his name, Tampa Bay's wide receiver. He caught 2 fumbles, I think. He's just making mistakes. You know.
Yeah, Godwin, he had the fumbles and the drop pass and the deep drop pass. I mean, that was tough because it was tough because they showed how he looked like. Yeah, that you got to know where the ball is, but I guess he looked inside, and then when he looked inside, he saw the ball was over there. But he was close. I'm like, you gotta haul that in, bro.
Think about this. You saw 2 teams compete on Thursday night, and there was 4 100-yard receivers.
Yeah. Yep. Also, Dallas, like we was talking behind closed doors, Dallas, to me, if we're inside the red, they had numerous times inside the red zone to get in there. We're going to nut up. We're going to gather the troops. We're going 3 tight ends, fullback and a running back. We're going jumbo package. We running straight at Tampa Bay. I don't think Tampa Bay's tough. I don't think Tampa Bay's that tough.
Right.
It's a lot of
Tampa Bay three straight times. They're gonna give something up.
Yeah, you know a lot of teams give a lot of teams just too much respect, and I think that's what that was in that situation where it's like you said, they're tough, but it's like, y'all, I don't know how tough y'all are. Like, y'all are a really good defense, but y'all do right now. Y'all riding the bravado of y'all just won Super Bowl. You're riding the bravado of Tom Brady. Like, so it's a lot that goes into it. But like you said, man, fuck that. It's football. Smash them off this shit. We in the red zone. Figure this shit the fuck out. Because it don't make no sense if we get down here and we can't score. Man, like I said, we run away from him. I'm running the ball at the boy with one hand. That's what I'm doing every time. I'm lining up the tight ends on his side, and we just I'm running away from him. I'm running away from him.
You cold.
Nubby gonna have to show me something.
Yeah, man. Hey, Clubber Lane gonna have to go crazy, but we're gonna run that bitch out.
But sometimes when it comes down to it, even though I call it a 3-yard cloud of dust, you got to make Tampa Bay respect the point that you're gonna run. Even though you ain't got yards all night, you still got to run it up in there so they can play their keys. You might be able to go play action off.
I'm gonna tell you what else hurt him, and we didn't talk about it yet, but that boy Dak, like. The arm, yes, going crazy. He did not want to run at all. He didn't want, and I don't think they wanted this the first game. But it's like even that when he got that 2-yard gain, he had a 2-yard gain late in the game where he had all the time in the world. Where if that was Dak Prescott last year or any previous time, he would have been scrambled out of the pocket. He dropped back 15-something yards. And he was scrambling, just looking, and then decided to run it. The last second, just ran up the sideline, got 2 yards. Whereas, like, old Dakota, as soon as he seen downfield was, now he turned and he looking to see where he could go. We gonna get a first down. But you could tell, like I said, between either him or coaches. I know Jerry's like, hey, you're a quarterback. You throw the ball.
Hey, don't you go out here and fuck around and get hurt on me, boy. You understand me? I done gave you a couple $100 million.
I just gave you a lot of money, boy.
I done gave you a lot of money there, boy. Don't you go out there and do that. Okay?
But I think they're gonna have to get over that. That's one of his weapons.
Yeah.
He has to be able to attack in the run game. He just has to be smart, get down, and not. Yeah, you can't play timid. And I think I saw a little bit of that. Like I said, moving in the pocket and throwing and doing all these because he looked athletic. He looked fine. It's just something is in there. Like I said, either here or upper management is like, hey, we need you to be throwing the ball.
Right. I don't think that can maintain. I don't think the Cowboys can maintain that kind of offensive output for the season. I don't expect them to. You know what I'm saying? I do expect them to explode like they did last night, but to have that pace, I don't think they're going to do that the whole season.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they could be a high-powered offense again. I mean, the other thing, they the last couple of years, they weren't winning games. The defense was really bad, but they've been a pretty high-powered offense. I mean, especially when they're able to run the ball because they can just kind of run it up. But the boys were scoring, and before he got hurt last year, Dak was going crazy. Like, Dak was going crazy last year before he got hurt. So I do expect, especially with CeeDee Lamb coming on to be a little bit stronger. They say he gained like 15 pounds. Amari Cooper, showed last night he's the number one receiver.
We got to put that CeeDee Lamb number one receiver talk to rest, right?
Yeah. He's not there yet, but he got to put together. He's got to put it together a little bit more. Is Gallup gone? I know he didn't come back last night.
Nah, he out for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
He out for a little bit.
So they're gonna have to start. With that tight end gonna have to start getting open.
But overall, hell of a fucking game. Hell of a fucking game to kick off the best way. 2021 season.
That's the best way. They usually try to do something like that. I remember when the Broncos and the Panthers played. That game was wild. Right after the Super Bowl when they had that fucking rematch.
No, you can't even talk about them. You can't talk about them horses.
Hey.
It was Peyton Manning. It was Peyton Manning on opening night.
Hey.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it clean.
But, man, it was a hell of a way to kick off the season, man. And hopefully everybody can live up to expectations because them two teams set the bar hella high. So expectations going into Sunday are going to be through the roof. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. We are the Minute Till Podcast. We are here with special guest co-host Zcar from The Wire, man. And you guys can call in with any thoughts you have or any takes you want to give, any shout-outs you want to give. Give us a call, man, 904-878-3868. Some of y'all was camera shy, so we ain't going to bring y'all on the camera, but you can call in on the phone, text in as well, comments, whatever it is. If they're good, we'll read them. Otherwise, call in. We'll give you some time on the air to talk your shit.
Marino in the building. Shout out to Marino.
Yeah, Marino in the building. I think Marino finished boot camp, right? Drill instructor school. He done
I'm about to say, he said, because it was 6 or 8 weeks or something, so it should be, either way, it should be right around the end.
If he's not done, he's about to be done right before the home opener. Because I think we was talking about linking up at the home opener. He said, I think he was graduating like right around that day.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Marino, man.
Cincinnati.
Wait. You said drill instructor school?
Drill instructor school, my man.
Like when you join the military and you get off the bus and they hollering at you?
Yeah.
Congratulations,
so he was in the military and then he went to school for that.
Yep.
So shout out to Marino.
Yes, man.
That was the wrong button. I hit the laugh. Oh, moving on with the news, though. Moving on with the news. Quote the Raven Nevermore, bro. The Ravens, Jesus Christ. Baltimore has suffered the worst luck in the history of worse luck than Andrew Luck. These boys out here, everybody got a torn ACL. They are the Oprah Winfrey of injuries. You get a torn knee. You get a torn knee. You get a torn knee. Everybody, bro. This is bad. So J.K. Dobbins goes down during the preseason. And then Gus Edwards and Marcus Peters tear ACLs on back-to-back plays in practice.
That's crazy, dog.
Whoa. Yeah. I remember when Dante Fowler tore his ACL on a non-contact rookie OTA day.
I was there, bro.
You were there?
Yeah.
I thought we were cursed at that moment. I said, this is terrible.
Yeah, bro. That was horrible.
This is the worst case of luck I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's on both sides of the ball. You're two of your main guys.
Can I say something? I don't want to be
for sure.
I don't
Jordan
want to be
LeBranch, can you hear me better now, Jordan? I saw your comment. Can you hear me better now, sir? Go ahead, bro. Talk your shit.
I don't want to be the bald-headed prophet of doom on this one. I would first. I first of all, I wish no injury on any player, no man.
He's not bald by choice, by the way.
No, bro, watch out, son. Don't play me like that. No, for real. I'm not a fan of the camps being shortened, and I solely believe this coming from my soul. Even though the camps were harder back in the day, like the Tom Coughlin camp, to get through that camp, the Tom Coughlin camp, it was a miracle, but it built your body up to a way you can withstand the injuries. We all know the ACL is one of the injuries you don't bounce back directly from.
Right.
But I just think them shortening the camps are basically stopping the inevitable that's going to happen regardless. I'm not saying it was their fate for these injuries, but these injuries are going to happen sooner or later. And I'm thinking if they had longer camps, they would have got hurt in camp instead. That's just me. When it's time for that thing to pop, it's time for that thing to pop.
There's definitely a correlation with the softening of training camp, lessening of preseason to injuries spiking, I think. And I think that their goal in doing this was for it to be the opposite. I think in their mind, they were going to come out here, shorten camps, make them easier, make the preseason easier, and it was going to help guys be healthy for long term, but it's not.
Just like you said, bro, these guys are making these guys are smart. When you think about it, the games are about to start now. We had the preseason, but guys are making certain cuts for the first times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they haven't been doing that shit because they know it's non-contact. I can compete, but I'm not going 100%. Where it's like, exactly. That's why, like I said, Tom Coughlin, that's what they was out there going hard. And so, just like you said,
Brady had to say. Did you hear what Brady had to say about the defense and how the rule changes that are helping the offense are actually crippling the game?
Yeah,
how we talked about defense and how it's allowing offenses to make mistakes essentially.
Yep,
it's allowing them to not be as good, and it's bringing down the value of the game. I thought that was great, especially to be said by the GOAT. That was
because he knows, and he just and honestly, what I read was like, hey. Man, y'all making this shit way too easy for me.
Exactly.
I'm 40 plus. I can come out here for another 3 years.
You won't touch me, motherfucker.
I can play. How old is Tom Brady? 43 or 44?
44.
He's 44. Man, Tom Brady, the way if he stay healthy, bro, the shit that he's doing to keep his body right, he takes care of his body. There's people that are older than him. Look at Shannon Sharp. Yeah, he's been out of the game for a long time, so and you don't need him to actually do that. But Tom Brady, you saw what he was doing. You saw his arm. You saw that arm last night. You saw the arm last night.
That's a boy, man.
Man. Hold on.
But you saw that, man.
Let me tell you something. I think that you coming through your laptop mic.
Who, me?
Yeah, I think if you click that settings, not you, Jay.
Yeah.
If you click the settings button down, not on your pad, on your computer.
Yep.
If you look down below, you see settings. If you click that and then you click audio input, I bet you can change it and put your Zoom on there. Because you just got close to that mic and talked, and it didn't change your voice at all.
Yeah.
And I think you coming through that.
Now.
Yep.
So get close to the mic and talk.
Am I good?
No, you the same.
Oh.
Am I good?
I mean, you good. I felt like that was happening. I felt like that earlier when you started talking. I was like, he should sound better than that.
Okay. All right.
It's
hold
okay.
On.
It's this software, bro. It takes a second.
Okay.
It takes a minute to play with it. But the Ravens situation is terrible. They go out, they sign Le'Veon Bell, though. They get him on the practice squad. Then they jump in, they grab Latavius Murray now. But what else you gonna do?
I was about to say,
who else you gonna sign? There's nobody else out. Todd Gurley? What else you gonna do?
Le'Veon Bell to me doesn't fit the Ravens running style.
Right?
He has that hit it, wait 3 yards laterally, then bounce it out. The Ravens running backs historically have hit it hard, and they're gone.
Right.
Jamal Lewis, all the pass running backs, when they hit it, they gone.
But do you think with him being back there with Lamar Jackson that kind of changes things? Because like you said, those guys ran up straight up the middle, but those guys never had a quarterback who was a threat at running too. Because you're running that read option with Le'Veon. That's kind of nasty. Screens. He's a really good receiver running back.
I think he was asked to be a patient one-cut runner. before too. Like there are no systems. It allowed him to be the patient, wait for it, cut and go.
Well, because they needed a good. Well, because you got to think.
Offense.
Well, you got to think though, because in Pittsburgh they had that big strong offensive line. It wasn't like a mobile line. They needed to protect Ben so he could make a read. They gonna open that pounce it. Man, they're opening that shit up.
His zone blocking schemes.
Yeah. So, but when
he plays best in his zone scheme.
Look, shit. We play like I said. It's just
this is a zone read now.
Looking at matchups, if Le'Veon, because Le'Veon had a decent year with the Jets. No,
it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't Le'Veon Bell-ish. That's what I'm
saying. It wasn't Le'Veon Bell-ish. No, it definitely wasn't Le'Veon Bell-ish.
They were a 2-win team. Though,
right? Le'Veon fucked himself. Let's be real. Le'Veon had the money thing set out. I mean, he really hurt himself.
Yeah,
but
he should still be in Pittsburgh.
Because of that, Le'Veon has a lot less miles on him than any other back on the market that's his caliber.
Yeah. But let's be real about something. Le'Veon Bell fell into the perfect situation with Pittsburgh. You had a quarterback.
Right.
You had a tight end. You had wide receivers. You had AB. It was the perfect spot. He didn't have to be the man. He was a piece of the machine.
Right.
Now teams are looking for him to produce
to be the man.
He's not that kind of back because the line.
He won't need to be that now, right? Not in Baltimore. He shouldn't need to, right? Because you have the quarterback who can do so much. Your quarterback could be your leading rusher, essentially. You have the quarterback. And then you have a good wide receiving core. You have a ton of speed, so they're not able to really stuff the box on you. So
it's going to be a lot of vertical.
His best career since Pittsburgh.
Well, he was okay in Kansas City.
I got a different for you. I'm not a Lamar Jackson hater, but I group in Lamar Jackson with Cam Newton.
Right.
You got to in order to beat Lamar Jackson, you have to force him to throw vertically.
Right.
And I'm not talking to the tight end. I'm talking about to his 1 and 2s. His tight end is his safety blanket. Once they take away that tight end like San Diego and all these other teams that have played them in the past and they got an early exit out the playoffs, they've been forcing him to throw those dimes, which he can't throw. Hopefully he's gotten better as far as accuracy, but if I'm a defense and we got to face Le'Veon Bell, we are stacking the box. We're keeping Lamar in the box, and we're checking for Le'Veon. We're going to make you throw to the sideline over the top.
Right.
Like Hollywood Brown.
Hollywood Brown got no hands. Yeah, Hollywood Brown has no hands. He has elite speed. But he is not a consistent receiver. Lamar Jackson does struggle with the deep ball. I mean, he struggles with accuracy, period. So no, 100%. That's how you take him out. But I think Le'Veon and Latavius Murray they'll fit in here. I think Latavius Murray will be the starter. And Le'Veon Bell will do it, you expect Le'Veon Bell to do. But it's just a bad situation for them, man. That was a ton of injuries. So, that sucks for them. Moving on in the news, though, the Jacksonville Jaguars announced their captains. Why keep hitting the laugh button, Jay?
I don't know, man. It wasn't funny, bro. It was touching. It was touching, bro.
It was a clap, bro. I wanted to. Yeah, there we go. I'll be a terrible DJ.
You have to put some tape around that shit and mark it.
Boy, if you was at a wedding and played the wrong song, boy, you be in trouble.
Oh boy. So yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars announced their captains, man. Captains are Joshua Allen, Miles Jack, Shaq Griffin, Rayshawn Jenkins, Brandon Linder, Trevor Lawrence, and Marvin Jones, all voted on by their peers. They say that Miles Jack was the most voted captain. Does that surprise you?
No.
Not at all.
His play on the field.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. And Trevor Lawrence was number 3 in votes, man. Shout out to the rookie, dog. Shout out to the rookie. Oh, I hit the right button. Coming in and doing his thing. And not only, like, that's the thing. Like, if you played the game, if you get voted on by your peers as a captain, that does mean something. It is very special. If a coach doesn't just pick you and you are actually voted on by those guys around you to be a captain, yeah, that's pretty dope. And so for the rookie to get the vote, pretty cool. So shout out to them. And I don't know if you saw this, Zar, but the Jaguars actually announced the captains during a giant public meeting with all the players. And the way they did it was they had videos play from the players' families announcing the captain. So like Josh Allen and his wife and kids announced that he was the captain. Miles Jack's mother, Trevor Lawrence's girlfriend. It was just dope. All around a dope way to do it.
That's the way you do it. That's
very
good.
cool. Very cool, memorable moment. While we are on the Jaguars, we also had some number changes take place today. This is gonna take a minute. Let's get to it. So, first of all, the dopest number change I'll say was Hottie. Okay, Jahai Ward is now number 6. We have a single-digit number on the defensive line. I love it. Hottie is that type of dude. He's a number 6 type of guy to me. He's a single-digit guy. I love Hottie's energy. Love his atmosphere. Wish he would unblock me on Twitter, but it is what it is. Shout out to Hottie. But also we had another number change take place, and that was one Taven Bryant moving from 90 to 93. Now this allowed Malcolm Brown to then move to 90, so that was the other change. Jay, would you be surprised if I told you that Jacksonville Jaguar Twitter and Facebook community is angry and are totally upset that Taven Bryant is wearing Calais Campbell's number?
No, I wouldn't be surprised at all, bro. Because
we're all Jacksonville Jaguar Twitter are, and I quote, Taven Bryant should not be allowed to wear the number of a Jaguar legend. Those of you currently tuned in, I apologize in advance because you like me, but you probably won't like me after this. Let me tell you, this is why we are not allowed to have nice things.
No,
this is why we get made fun of by other fan bases. A 100%. Jacksonville Jaguars legend?
Yeah, bro.
We are calling Calais Campbell a Jaguars legend. Let me explain to you what that means. That puts him up there with the ranks of Marcus Burnell, Jimmy Smith, Keenan McCardell, Tony Bracken, John Henderson, Marcus Stroud. Is anybody upset that there are people wearing 99 and 98 right now? Is that a concern for anybody? No, not at all. What is the problem with Jaguar fans where we feel that because you showed up here and did your job consistently for a cup of coffee, that somehow makes you a legend? And this is not a rant on Calais. I love Calais. I have a Calais jersey in the closet behind me right now. Absolutely.
He's a great player, bro. He's probably gonna get to Hall of Fame, maybe, bro. I don't know. I don't know if he will, but he may. But
100%. I firmly believe Calais Campbell will find his way to the Hall at some point, especially if he gets a Super Bowl ring. But Calais Campbell was here for 3 seasons, fellas. 3 seasons. That's it. Let me tell you how silly it sounds for us to be complaining that somebody is wearing Calais Campbell's number. There was a wide receiver once. He played for a team called the New England Patriots. He played there for 3 seasons. Do you hear the Patriots fans saying nobody is allowed to wear Randy Moss's 81 anymore? No. Never. The Patriots have 7 numbers retired in franchise history, none of which belong to Randy Moss. He was there for 3 seasons, fellas. 3 seasons.
It smells. Hey, I don't know if I can cuss up here. It smells like 2 packs of ass, and I'm here to double down. I mean, for real, Calais Campbell is a hell of a talent. I wouldn't even say he's Ring of Jaguars or Ring of Honor.
No, not. It's 3 seasons.
I would say Arizona before I said Jacksonville.
100%. If Calais Campbell retires today, who does he sign with to retire?
Cardinals. No, if you just about to do the thing with you was just about to say is what I said earlier. If he found his way back here to finish it off and get a ring, then we start talking because a championship is what kind of because we don't have a championship, so. The standards of getting up on there and maybe people not wearing your number means you got to win a lot of games, and we got to go to the playoffs.
Campbell won a Super Bowl in that spectacular
2017.
It was a 16-sack season.
Yeah, well, 14 and a half in the regular season, and I think 2 in the postseason.
So if he comes in there in that 16-sack year and he wins the Super Bowl his first season in Jacksonville, then yes, we can have a conversation. Then we could be having
that's a legitimate argument right there, and I wouldn't even be upset for anybody who made it because I think
that's his best statistical year.
Yeah,
right.
But that's what somebody tried to say.
Also
He's had so many
championship.
He's had so many sacks, and he had so many sacks in those 3 seasons. Nobody's ever put together 3 seasons like that. And I'm like, okay. He's like Tony Brackens didn't put together.
Juwan Smoot came pretty close, huh, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, he got 6.5 and 6.5. That's what Calais got his last year here, was 6.5.
Right, and that made him the Pro Bowl, huh?
Yeah.
Calais Campbell made the Pro Bowl with 6.5 sacks.
You know what, though? That's the society we live in now, man. We so quick to give somebody a jacket or the props too soon. It's like they giving away Hall of Fame jackets too soon.
Right.
You got guys like Tony Brackens, Marcus Stroud, John Henderson, all them guys.
Right.
You know, that have been more productive, and teams had to pay way more attention to those guys I named. And not to take away from Calais, but man, there's a line ahead of him, man.
Yeah.
This is 100% not a Calais rant, a Calais hate. No, Calais was incredible. Calais was one of the best.
Hey man, your peanut gallery, watch out, man.
hey, you in hostile territory over here.
I'll be at the game next week, though. I'll be at the game.
Yo, so Calais was an incredible player. He was an incredible leader in the locker room, an incredible leader in the community. He was amazing for Jacksonville across the board, without a doubt. But for us to get up here and publicly humiliate ourselves by saying that Taven Bryan, who has played for the Jacksonville Jaguars for more years than Calais Campbell, is not allowed to wear his number because he is a Jaguar legend, that is buffoonery. That makes us look silly. And as I said, Randy Moss played for the New England Patriots for 3 seasons. Out of those 3 seasons, he had one that was phenomenal. I'm hearing echo again. Am I coming back through somebody's speakers? I'll come back through your speakers again, bro. He had one season that was absolutely phenomenal. That was 2007, where he had 23 touchdowns. Holy shit. 23 touchdowns. That's Calais' 2017 season. 16 sacks. And then he followed that up with 2 less than 23 touchdown seasons, but still great seasons. They're not retiring Randy Moss's jersey in New England. People are still allowed to wear 81. So you guys have got to stop putting these people on pedestals. What it looks like is you had a girl, right? And she cheated on you, and she left you, and you was down and out, and you was emotional. And then you went to the gym and you started lifting. And while you was lifting, you looked to the left on the treadmill, and oh my, what do you see but 2 giant hams bouncing back and forth, booty shaking like jello. You walked up to you, said, "Howdy, miss, how you doing?" Next thing you know, you was banging, banging, banging. And your dumb ass tried to fall in love. That was not what she was there for, sir. She was there to get you through. Fall in love with Miles Jack. You drafted him. He's here forever. Fall in love with Trevor Lawrence. You drafted him. He going to be here forever if you treat him right. Don't treat him like you treated Jalen.
Please don't. Oh, no, they wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare.
Break your heart. That's what we do, man. That's what we do. We get these free agents. We let them come in, and now, whoa. Bryan shouldn't have made the 53. Gotsis was better. Adam Gotsis still on his roster, no?
I don't think so.
Adam Gotsis is on this roster. Hold on. You make me look. I did not see Adam Gotsis.
I know he was supposed to be the next best thing in Denver. He wasn't. I know that. We had him for like 4 or 5 years.
Hey, who do we talk to? Who do we talk to for Jaguars.com to get on this little podcast link? I see the podcast link. I'm looking at it right now. I think we should be on it. I'm just saying. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Adam Gotsis is still on this roster. Am I tripping? Yeah, he's right here. He's on the roster. What are you talking about? Adam Gotsis didn't get cut. I know he didn't get cut. What's wrong with you? Who said that? Robert Otzert, you're better than that. Adam Gotsis wasn't cut. And Taven Bryan should be on the 53 because he gives you depth at defensive line. Taven Bryan's never been blown off the ball, which, Jay, you said earlier. You saw somebody say that.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
never been blown off the ball. He just doesn't make plays. He takes up space and wrecks shop. That's it.
That's all he is, man. That is all he is.
Costin. Oh, yeah, Doug Costin. Well, really? We're going to go with Doug Costin, but Doug Costin looks like everybody else. Doug Costin is nowhere near. You're proving my point, Robert. You're proving my point. Doug Costin is a nice player. He's a good player. But
he wasn't up to the standard.
Great rotational piece.
Yeah.
Taven Bryan is, whether you like him or not, and I don't like him, he is a physical specimen. He is big, he is fast, and he is strong, and he will take up double teams all day long, which are going to allow your linebackers to do their jobs.
And he gets it right sometimes. So that's the thing people don't remember. Is like he's either disrupting a play or he can make the play.
Yeah,
you know what?
He's Tyson Alualu in the sense that he just shouldn't have been drafted there. He just shouldn't have been picked that high. If he was picked in the 3rd or 4th round, we wouldn't be having this conversation. It's not Taven Bryan's fault where he was drafted. He is what he is.
I think he's playing out of place, really.
He has been.
They had to play that D in.
He looks like a nose tackle for Pittsburgh, or a defensive end for Pittsburgh in the 3-4. A big guy that's going to demand a double team on the outside. Right. He's not going nowhere. Space taker.
Yeah, and that's what he is, and that's what he's good at.
And they've just been having him come off the edge. Like that's not what he did. Like that's not what he did. That was the biggest problem with prior Jaguars, like the staff and organization. Stop playing players out of position. Like you saw what they did in college. And you drafted them for it. And why the fuck are you? Yeah, Caleb Chase never had his hand down in college. I never really saw his hand down in college. He was moving around roaming, making plays. Fucking Taven Bryan was in the middle of the field, fucking just taking up space and making plays. Like
you took Miles Jack, you throw him in the middle.
Bro, look, fucking Dante Fowler. They had him with his hand in the goddamn dirt. That man was standing. He was moving around. I used to watch his checks, man. He'll be at DN. He'll stand up. He'll like, man, no, scoot. Then he'll go into tackle and fucking go and just run through somebody. Like, and y'all not letting him play linebacker? What are y'all doing, man?
Says we wouldn't have any numbers left if we retired every Tom, Dick, and Harry that came through here for a season or two. Exactly, David. Yeah. That's the point.
Well, you know what, man? Listen, I want to rewind off the record real quick. I want to ask the Jags, and in fact, you two as well. So the Jags had a problem that I've always said, but people said I was crazy.
Right.
I forgot what year it was, but y'all had McCray at defensive end, Marcus Stroud, John Henderson, and I think somebody else at end as well. At the linebackers, y'all had a guy that could not. Y'all was in the wrong defense. You had 4 linebackers that were starters. You had Justin Durant, Clint Ingram, Mike Keane, and I forgot the other linebacker. Huh?
Daryl Smith?
Exactly. Y'all had all 4 of them linebackers on the roster, and due to that the way they was running the defense, all 4 couldn't play. But all 4 of them were started somewhere else.
Oh yeah. They all went on to be successful.
That's what killed me about the staff and the way they ran the team, man. You could have easily ran a 3-4, and like y'all was saying, you guys have players playing out of position. You got guys that are supposed to be standing up, guys are supposed to be having their hand in the dirt. When they gonna fix that?
Yeah, well, it looking like
they fixed it now. I was about to say, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, and then like I said, because we get to see, yes, Khalevon's still doing some rushing, but I mean he is an outside linebacker.
Yeah, he's coming out of the 2.
Yeah, and he don't have to worry about coming out of the stand. Like just go run, and then or I'm gonna cover a tight end or cover the back out of the back or do anything. But before they just had him, people like, oh, this is just waste of time. This is a bust.
It's too easy to block him. Like, he's too little. You get hands on him, it's lunch.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I understand. I said the only good thing about last year is that he got a year's worth of pass rushing, live NFL pass rushing.
He got his ass kicked for the entire year.
And that's fine. And that's fine as a rookie. You got to learn to get better.
Facts.
But and he was starting to cause pressures. I think he had a sack or 2. It just wasn't, it wasn't what people I guess expected. But I told people from the beginning, I'm like, you don't expect them to have 10 sacks. Like that's not especially the way they're playing them. They're never gonna get no sacks like that.
Tufele or Brian?
45.
They can get off. Tufele or Brian? I mean, right now, Tufele. Because I think his ceiling is higher than Taven Bryan.
Yeah.
I don't know what Tufele is going to be, but from what I've seen, he has a higher ceiling than Taven Bryan. But that's all I really wanted to talk about with that, man. I definitely, I I definitely feel like we got to chill the comments. And then I saw like media members backing this. That's the problem.
Yeah.
When you have people like Jaguar fans are emotional, and you should be. You've dealt with a lot. We have dealt with a lot this time. I understand how hard it is to be a Jaguar fan. Trust me. But when you're a media, you got to be smarter than that. Don't go backing up these terrible things, these terrible takes. No, it's not bad that Taven Bryan is wearing Calais Campbell's old number. No, Calais Campbell is not going in the pride of the Jaguars. No, Calais Campbell is not that dude. As a Jaguar legend, he's a great player. He was here for a cup of coffee, nothing more. And hopefully he comes back one day. And if he does, he's got a chance to retire. You know, as a Jaguar legend, Mercedes Lewis. He played almost his entire career here. He was drafted from the Gates. Mojo, Fred Taylor, those guys. They're Jaguars. And even Mercedes Lewis is a reach because he wasn't as successful. But he was here for 10 plus years.
But but I would say a Jaguar legend. He was here for it. And like I said, I think he'll come back to retire as a Jaguar. He may not be in the pride, but
right.
Shit, that's still. I would still. He
retire here.
Yeah. But you know what? That's a good question. If Mercedes Lewis, how many more years do you think he has in his career?
I should probably not more. Maybe one. I would say this year, maybe one more.
So would the Mercedes Lewis coming back to Jacksonville be a better Mercedes Lewis than the one that left here? I'm thinking yes.
I'm thinking
like for what? For blocking? I mean, not
receiving. The blocking and the catching. Let's be real about it. When Mercedes Lewis was here, they threw him touchdown pass or a touchdown pass. He would just drop him. Now that he was with Green Bay, he's matured, is a little bit older. I think his hands are a lot more dependable. So if he came back to Jacksonville and actually had a productive 2 or 3 seasons, I think ring of honor.
Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers is the man.
He wouldn't have mass production. How about that? He would be productive in a limited role, but he's too old to have massive amounts of production. I don't think he'd have more than 400 yards, but in the 400 yards, he could have 8 touchdowns.
True.
Yeah, I can see that. But yo, this is the Minute Till Podcast, man. It's brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group. Make sure you check them out online at mcg247.com or on all social media platforms at mcg247. Miller Creative Group. Discover the one source difference. Also, you see this dope ass hat? Fire as fuck, right? You can get it over at the Do Vault. That is the Do Vault, man. Check out what they got. They got the best custom Jag swag. Check them out online at the Do Vault. .bigcartel.com, or you can check out their shop at 4522 Appleton Avenue in Jacksonville, Florida. It's the Duval, man. Go on there and check them out, bro. Plus, also make sure you check out newjagcity.com. They got a dope ass watch party going on at Myth. So make sure you get on out there to Myth Nightclub. If you ain't got nowhere to watch the game, go watch it with New Jag City at 333 East Bay Street, Jacksonville, Florida, 32202. Also, shout out to the big folks over at Anchor, Fence, and Deck. Call my buddy Jalen today for a free estimate, 904-859-5481. Go ahead and get your backyard turned into a dream house, man. Let them take care of you. You want to invite your family over, your friends over to watch the game, but it looked like boo-boo back there. Call Jalen. They can get you taken care of. We all need somebody to hold us down when times are tough. Nobody holds it down better than Anchor, Fence, and Deck. Let's get on to some more good shit, though. I would like to talk about... Where's my call-in? There it is. I would like to talk about these rookie quarterbacks, because we have one. I don't know if you know this, Jay. We have one.
Yep.
We have a rookie quarterback now. His name's Trevor Lawrence. This guy over here. You see, first of all, can we say how dope the background? I'm just saying. It's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Right there, Trevor. You notice how big Trevor is and how little Tyrod is?
Mm-hmm.
It's because it's accurate. It's like a king over here and a little peasant over here. Little peasant, little king. This is how it is. So let's go ahead and let's look at this rookie quarterback situation. Zar, do you realize that rookie quarterback starting in week 1 hasn't necessarily always worked out too well over history?
Correct.
So I've dug a little deep here and I've done a little research, man. And I actually have every rookie quarterback who started week 1. Pay attention, folks, because some of y'all going to start throwing out other names. Rookie quarterbacks who started in week 1 of their rookie season. And I have the stat lines they produced for those games. So I'm going to ask you a question. When Jake is back, he can give his answer too.
Right.
But out of this list, I want you to tell me who you think had the best performance in their rookie debut. And then I want you to tell me who you think had the worst performance in their rookie debut. So the names are Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, Sam Bradford, Cameron Newton, Andrew Luck, Robert Griffin III, Ryan Tannehill, Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota, Carson Wentz, Samuel Darnold, Kyler Murray, and Joseph Burrow. Who do you think had the best debut?
My opinion, the best debut, and I'm shooting from the hip because you fired off a lot of names.
A lot. That's like what?
Now we're talking about game or season?
Game. Out of 13, okay. That's 13 quarterbacks who started since 2008. Their week 1 game. Because right now, that's what we're here for, right? Trevor Lawrence about to go out there and play the Houston Texans. Houston Texans have my grandmother and my Uncle Jim playing cornerback for them right now. Okay, so Trevor Lawrence goes out here and shits the bed. We're going to be concerned, whether it's overly concerned for the wrong reasons and it's way too early, but we will, or if he goes out there and balls the fuck out, he's going to the Hall of Fame. So either way, we're about to overreact. So out of those quarterbacks, who do you think had the worst or the best? Let's go with the best.
I would probably say it's a toss-up between Robert Griffin and Cam Newton.
Ooh, Robert Griffin.
You know, RG3 was I think Rookie of the Year, but I don't know his stats for his first game, but it was probably electric. You know, and RG3 and Cam Newton for the best.
Robert Griffin III and Cam Newton. What say you, Jay?
I'm trying to think. RG3, because honestly, the same reason.
Right.
I know he won Rookie of the Year, so kind of started off with a bang. I know Cam probably went crazy. You said how many? I don't know. See, that was a lot of names.
It was a lot of names. You can
run through a couple real quick.
Yeah. Matt Ryan, Matt Stafford, Sam Bradford, Andrew Luck, Cam Newton, RG3, Tannehill, Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota, Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow.
I'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Between RG3. It's between RG3 and Mariota.
RG3 and Mariota. That is actually a very good guess. Marcus Mariota had the best debut out of all rookie quarterbacks. Marcus Mariota in 2015 went 13 of 15, 209 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions for a perfect 158.3 quarterback rating. The sun shined down on the Tennessee Titans that day as Marcus Mariota debuted.
God damn.
The young man threw 2 incomplete passes in his rookie debut, threw for over 200 yards, and had 4 touchdowns. That sounds very Gardner Minshew against Indianapolis-esque. Let's remember, Gardner Minshew was 18 of 19 against Indy for 150 and 3 touchdowns. He also had a 158.3. So Marcus Mariota definitely. Cam Newton had the most production if we talk yardage. Cam Newton went 24 of 37 for 422 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception for 110.4 quarterback rating. RG3 was 19 of 26. He had 320 yards. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, with 139.9 quarterback rating.
Them boys showing out.
Them boys was balling. You hear me?
That's what you can hope to expect from Trevor Lawrence.
So
gentlemen.
Marcus Mariota, man.
Was Marcus Mariota?
Marcus Mariota went 13 of 15 for 209 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He had a perfect 158.3 quarterback rating.
And look at him now. Boy.
Should be starting.
Look how they did him in Tennessee.
Yeah.
He wasn't staying healthy, but yeah, you're right.
Hey, gentlemen, I got to step out. I got to depart for just a minute. I may be back, bro.
Oh, y'all good. Hey, appreciate you for coming on, bro. If you can come
back,
you already know.
Yes, sir.
You already know. Y'all give it up for the Zcar, man. He came in here, talked with us, did his thing. Shout out to the Zcar, bro. So, looking ahead, if we also look at what happened with you. You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Looking ahead, you never know. If we look at who do you think had the worst performance out of all of those rookie quarterbacks mentioned? I'll ring them off again, minus the names that obviously were great. That's Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford, Sam Bradford, Andrew Luck, Ryan Tannehill, Jameis Winston, Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow. Who do you think had the worst season or opener on their rookie year?
It's between Matt Stafford and Ryan Tannehill. It has to be.
It is 100% Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford was 16 of 37 for 205 yards. He threw no touchdowns, but threw 3 interceptions. Yeah. Matthew Stafford had a 27.4 quarterback rating for his first game in the NFL. But look at him now.
Yeah.
Now he's a potential future Hall of Famer. He's got a chance to go win a ring right now. Matthew Stafford is not a bad quarterback. So I say this, and you know, here's the thing. Matt Stafford isn't the only rookie who threw 3 interceptions in his debut. Sam Bradford, 3 picks in his debut. Andrew Luck, 3 picks in his debut. They say Trevor Lawrence is Andrew Luck. They've said it since the beginning. Well, Andrew Luck was 23 of 45, 309 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions, 52.9 quarterback rating. Ryan Tannehill, 3 interceptions. Jameis Winston, 2 interceptions. I mean, so I say that to say I'm not expecting anything like that to happen with Trevor. Trust me, when it comes to the Texans game on Sunday. But if the worst does happen to come and Trevor Lawrence goes out there and throws a few interceptions and he doesn't look like the Trevor we thought he would in week 1, calm down.
Yeah, it'll be okay, bro. Not by the
Because guess what? Matt Ryan didn't look very good. He's an MVP. Matthew Stafford was the worst of the worst. He's a future Hall of Famer. Cam Newton, Andrew Luck, Robert Griffin III, Ryan Tannehill, Jameis Winston, Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, all of them. Only a couple of those guys looked really good. Everybody else was,
Yeah. But I mean, like I said,
somewhere.
I can't really overreact or I guess underreact with Trevor's first game. But I mean, like I said, we would prefer him, 300, 250 to 300.
Yep.
But realistically, it might be 225 to 275. We want to have 3 or 4 touchdowns and maybe 2 touchdowns. But I feel like he's.
I have the NFL's week 1 ranking of all 32 quarterbacks right here.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you think Trevor Lawrence falls?
Lucky number 16? I don't know.
That would be Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, okay. So probably like 24, 26.
21.
21, okay.
Trevor Lawrence, 21. According to this individual, occasionally slow to process in the preseason, Lawrence also made more than enough impressive throws to get everyone excited about the number 1 overall pick. I'll withhold too much judgment on his offensive coaches until I see more, but I am concerned enough to put them on the radar. So any issues with Trevor thus far, he believes are coaching related. I like the 21. I won't lie. What I don't like is who's at 20. And that's Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Wilson at 20.
He looked so comfortable in the preseason, lighting up backups. And if you think that's automatic, just look at Wilson's predecessor in New York, Sam Darnold, struggled against backups in his preseason work this year in Carolina. I didn't like that. But overall, I don't necessarily have a problem with everybody they have in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Herbert is number 7.
Justin Herbert is a dog.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, Justin Herbert is a dog. They showed. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And then people are saying that that Justin Herbert is not as good as Trevor Lawrence. Like in college, that's what the thing was like. He's good, but he's not Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I like Justin Herbert coming out of college. I'm like, hey, that dude is big, 6'8", like
right,
fucking rocket arm, bro. He's long, like he's lanky, 6'6" too. Like he's not Trevor because what Trevor's what 6'6", 6'5".
6'6".
He don't look as long. I guess he got to thicken out a little more. Justin Herbert is a little thicker, and it looks a little bit different when he back there. He just got that tower, and he got to get. Even Josh Allen got a more of a. He's bigger. He's bigger. His frame is getting bigger. Whereas Trevor still got time to put on that size. He's gonna have to put on some size.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It's the Men Until Podcast. It is week 1. We have finally fucking made it. Y'all go ahead and click that share button, man, because we can't do it without y'all. Click the share button. Get us out there on Facebook, whatever you're watching, whatever platform. Share it. Get it with your friends. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Men Until Podcast. Check us out in the Facebook group. Join that, Men Until Podcast. Follow us on all platforms at Men Until Podcast, except Twitter. That's at Men Until Pod. You know, we got some big things coming up, some launches. We did the first Men Until Podcast Pick'em this week. We'll be doing that every week. Every week we'll be doing the Men Until Podcast Pick'em. It's a $5 buy-in. And you get an opportunity to play with Jay and myself as we pick our winners for the games for that coming week. Now, that goes Thursday, Sunday, and Monday night games. Mm-hmm. The tiebreaker is used for total points scored on the Monday night game. Payouts will take place on Tuesday. That's also when the next sheet will be available for the following week. First place gets the entire pot. Second place, you know what I want to do, Jay? I want to give out a free line. Mm-hmm. So I'll give a free line to whoever wins second place. So if you win second place, you get a free entry in the next week's game.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to do that. Also, Jack's X-Man, Brian, has decided to sponsor a line each week as well. Maybe it's just next week. Maybe it's next week. Okay. I'm going to say each week. I'm going to say each week, and if it's not that, then y'all cuss Brian out. Because I think it's each week. I like each week.
Yeah, he got it.
So he's going to give one free line away. We'll raffle it off every week.
He got it, man.
He got it.
Yeah,
what we'll do is we'll give it away on the post-game show. So make sure y'all tune into the post-game show. We'll do like some trivia or some sort of challenge or whatever question, and whoever gets it right or whoever wins, they'll get a free line for the next week. I think the pot this week is now up to $120. $120. So you put 5 in, you can win $120. Not too shabby.
Better than playing the lottery.
Facts. All I'm hearing is
just and you can enter as many times as you want to enter.
Yeah. So I think at some point we might have to cap on that. You got guys like Jimbo out here buying up all the motherfucking lines.
Jimbo got three entries, but I mean, for right now,
as long as you don't go over 5, I'm okay right now. Somebody come in and start buying 6, 7 lines, we might have to put a cap on it.
Yeah.
But if you want to buy 5, if you want to buy 3 sheets, go ahead, buy 3 sheets, pick them different. Whatever. Men Until Podcast, pick them. If you don't know about it, check out the Facebook group. There's a master copy already in there. And we only have one guy pick the Cowboys last night. That was my guy at the gym, Rashawn Ashford. He picked Dallas to win that game. He texted me before Zerline was about to kick that ball, and he's like, bruh, I'm the only one who picked Dallas?
Mm-hmm. The only one who picked Dallas.
You're the only one, bro.
He was the only one who picked Dallas. And then remember, you got to be
almost had it.
You got to be in the Men Until Facebook group to enter.
Yes. because we got to keep track of you, and that's where we post everything. So you have to be in the group. If you want to play,
that's where the that's where the bracket's going. That's where all the sheets are going to be posted. So
yep, everything is done right there. I got the folder right here, bro. I got the master. I printed because I do paper too because I'm old, so I want the paper copy too. So I got bands right here. All that right there. So I got that with me on game day, and I keep it updated in the group as well. So make sure if you didn't get in this week, make sure you get in next week. Min and Teal Podcast Pick'em, $5 buy-in. Picks must be submitted by Thursday at noon. Master copy of the Pick'em sheet will be posted later Thursday afternoon, and you can keep track of if you can be the next one to win the big money. I know I'm finna win this week, but you might can win next week. So go ahead.
I think I got it this week. So coming out to the Monday night game.
You think so?
Yeah, 51 points, baby.
I see. I think I picked 41. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I did. Moving on, though. This next topic will be a little fun. Might get some feathers riled up in here. Some of y'all gonna be a little upset. This segment is called Dewy or Don't He? Those of you who don't know, Jacksonville Jaguars announced Mr. Dewy Andrew Wingard as the starter.
Why they mad at Dewy for getting the start, dog? Like, I understand, bro. Andre Cisco has been really good, bro. And but at the end of the day, people don't. The NFL, bro.
Before you go, I want to say this. There's a fair amount of y'all watching right now. I'm not gonna look at your comments. If you have a take on this Dewy situation, this Andrew Wingard situation, call the phone 904-878-3868. I won't be putting your comment on the screen. No, you're gonna have to get on here and talk to me and tell me what the problem is with Andrew Wingard. Yep. If you hate it, if you love it, call in and let us know. 904-878-3868. Phone lines are open now. Go ahead, Jay. Talk to me.
I'm high, so I gotta kind of got there reconnect what I was about to say. But yeah, but Dewy, man, like the man been here, dog. Like at the end of the day, he is somewhat of a veteran on this team. This is his third year, right? His jersey. His jersey, but at the end of this year, his jersey, shouldn't nobody be able to wear his jersey. So yeah, he has to start, bro.
Oh, that
like
he gonna retire.
Bro, he has this, bro. People just I don't know, bro. I don't think people understand how football works, bro. Like, yeah, he's getting the start on paper, but depending on what's going on, like. Depending on if we get the ball first or we don't know who's going to be the first person out there at safety on the first play on defense.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, at some point, yeah, certain packages you got to have him in there, and he may be the starter of the game. That's cool.
Right.
And what did you say? Joe Cullen? I didn't listen to the Cullen interview, but
Joe Cullen said starters are anybody who has their helmet on the sideline. You're going to get in the game. You're going to play. Yeah. He said that depending on the way the flow of the game goes. See, Joe Cullen likes to run a lot of dime with an extra safety as opposed to having it in like four corners.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is some of Urban's home. I think this is some of Urban's home cooking too, because it's like you're not giving anything to nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, it's still kind of collegey, but guess what? If you better when you get in the game, in a real NFL game, they've seen Andrew Wingard make plays in the NFL game. You've never seen Andre Cisco make a play in a real NFL game. So you go in there and start balling out, and you playing better than him. Like, this is not people. That's the thing. People expect this team. I love the enthusiasm, but people expect this team. Like, oh yeah, we're just going to win 10, 12 games. That would be lovely and nice. But there's a reality that comes with having a team that was winning 15 previously and then having a quarterback, a supposed to be franchise-saving quarterback, and you have questions at offensive line. We had injury. We just lost our second first-round draft pick for the year. There, you know what I'm saying? We haven't seen this defense at all, honestly, play against a real NFL offense yet. So there's a lot of things at stake, or there's a lot of things at hand, you know what I'm saying, coming on. So
right.
I don't know, bro. We're going to have some ups and some downs with this shit, bro. We just got to let it ride out, bro. Peyton Manning threw a lot of interceptions, dog.
A lot of interceptions.
A lot of interceptions, dog. And what else could you expect? Like, they got it all. Everybody on this team has to learn how to play in this league. And once they show that they can do it.
He's been here 2 years, bro. That's what the thing is. You said it. He's played on this team for 2 seasons. And he wasn't a starter. He was a special teams guy. He came in occasionally when guys got hurt.
Was he drafted or undrafted?
No, he's an undrafted rookie free agent out of Wyoming, bro.
Out of Wyoming, bro.
Y'all got
undrafted rookie free agent.
out here, bro. He an undrafted rookie free agent.
Put in work.
3 times first team All MWC in the Mountain West Conference. 454 tackles in college. That was the second most in his school history of Wyoming. And he's tied for the most tackles in MWC history, bro. Like, y'all gotta act. Don't act like Thor ain't been here before, okay?
Bro, he can play football, bro. And that's the thing, bro. That's why that's why he's here, bro, because Urban Meyer likes football players. And he knows that this guy, bro, it's just like anything else. People make mistakes, bro, especially in their first couple of years in the league. They're adjusting to the speed. He's not the fastest guy, but he's quick enough to get there. If he makes the right read and takes the right angle, he'll be there. He doesn't. He's like, oh, he's just gonna be missing. I'm like, bro, how many tackles? You saw him miss a tackle in preseason, and now he misses tackles. He doesn't fucking miss tackles, bro. He be busting the fuck out of people. he hit Le'Veon Bell. It's going crazy. So it's like, like I said, people just of the moment, and they don't understand that you have to watch these games. Like you don't have to, because like I said, we just recently off the air, we had a conversation about quote unquote casual fans or just an average fan. Because when you're watching football, a person who ain't never played football for real, or who doesn't just study or a student of the game, you don't really know what's going on in the game, bro. At the end of the day, bro, there's a lot of grown men out here having takes that women would have, and sometimes, bro, that shit, bro, that's like I said, I think that's the good reason that we have a platform, because I can like voice my shit. But like, come on, bro, we gotta. This is entertainment, yes, but there's a real sport going on out there, bro. And people, when you have one bad play or 2 bad plays, there's 100-something plays in the game.
Right.
There's 90 fucking other plays that you had perfect, that you were there perfect. You don't know because the camera didn't show it. You're not there. You don't understand that he had that side of the field locked down in that coverage. They were probably looking to go deep, but they seen him over there. So now they had to go check underneath for something else. Bro, there's way more to this game than, oh, he had a tackle interception, but you got people who don't really know nothing about football. They just like, oh, football. Like, man, fuck out of here with that shit, bro. You're not about to just be talking crazy to people, bro. And you don't really even know the game. Like I'm saying, if you want to talk to other people about it, but don't just be challenging and matter of fact of shit, and you don't even know what you're watching on the damn TV.
We got a caller.
Gary.
Okay.
All right.
To accept, press 1.
Here we go.
Send a voicemail.
Yo, who we got on the line?
Gary Burris.
Gary Burris. Can you hear him, Jay?
Yeah, I can hear him.
All right, cool, man. Gary, talk to us. What's up, man?
I'm enjoying this fine Friday evening.
You sound like it.
You got a question about Andrew Wingard, huh? Discussion about him?
Yeah, we talk about Dewy, man. What's up? Talk to me about what you thought about Andrew Wingard getting the starting nod.
Look, coaches know best, right? That's why they coach.
Very
so
true.
I can't give him any flack. He's been there. He's stuck it out, and he's shown them something at least. So he's obviously there for a reason. We've got to trust that they know what's best. I believe that Cisco is the better of the two, but who am I to say?
No, that's real, man. That's true, man. Gary, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Shout out Gary Burris. Yeah, absolutely. What Gary said is the truth. If you believe in this coaching staff, right? If you believe in Urban Meyer and you believe in this coaching staff, then you have to trust that they are going to put the best players on the field in the best situation. So you have to trust You have to trust that Urban
Yeah, trust
Meyer
that
is
Urban.
the best
Yeah.
guy out there, bro.
And like you said, bro, he's basing it on competition. You don't think these coaches watch all of these fucking practices and didn't see
when we really dive into Houston? Like, I don't know. Can you see this over here?
Yeah.
We're tossing guys off. D-Hop, Watson
got dropped.
Who the fuck do they have? Hold on, we got another caller calling in. Let's get him on.
3. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Here we go. Tyler, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up? How we doing?
We're doing good, brother. How are you?
Shit, man. Ready to beat these Texans, man.
Now you're talking my language, Tyler. Now Tyler is the super fan that is competing against the Houston Texans super fan in the charity donations challenge. Tyler, give us an update on that. How close are we to whooping some Texan ass?
We are, when I mean dead even, I mean like dead even, within dollars.
Ooh.
So it ends in 24 hours. Like I said, the link's out there and all the groups and everything like that. The team's been tweeting stuff, put it on Facebook. Go to that link, guys. Donate. $5 will help. $10 will help. All goes to the Jags Foundation, man.
Very, very cool, man. I got the link down here below on the screen, www.betterunite.com/PFUFA charity challenge. Y'all go donate, man. Whatever it is, $1, $5, $10, $500. Go out there, donate a little something to Jaguar charity, and let's help Tyler whoop some Houston Texan ass and get that dope-ass belt on. Tyler, we on here talking about Andrew Wingard a little bit, man. So he was announced as the starting safety, and there was a fair amount of Jags fans who were upset about that. They wanted it to be Cisco, and I didn't realize how much hatred there was for Dewy until this was announced. How do you feel about the Andrew Wingard situation at safety?
Yeah, I'm kind of back and forth. I mean, I've seen, the reactions and stuff. To be perfectly honest, I mean, as far as defense goes, I mean, I feel like we still have some holes all over the place. I mean, I say it's okay to give him a shot. I do feel like he's a bit of a liability, if you want my honest, like especially on the deep ball, bit of a liability. So hopefully they work in Cisco, a little more the rookie out of Syracuse. Like I said, wasn't a huge fan of it, but I mean, at this point, like I said, it's year one. I mean, I still think we are going to surprise a lot of people, but also trying to be patient, knowing that it'll take a year or two, you know what I mean, to completely retool the roster how we want it. So there'll be some bumps along the way, and he may be just one of those bumps.
For sure. And now Gary Burris called in momentarily a little bit ago, and he said that he doesn't know as much as the coaches. He said, I have to trust that the coaches know best in this situation, and they're putting Andrew Wingard in place. Do you agree with that sentiment? Do you trust Urban Meyer and company in this decision right here? Do you think they're making the right one? Do you trust?
Yeah. I mean, they're the ones that see him, day in and day out. We see him, in preseason games, in practices and things like that. They're with him all the time. If they feel like he's the best option, until he proves us otherwise, let's go with it. Like I said, too, it's year one, Urban coming in. He's not going to have a completely retooled roster. You know what I mean? It is. Right. It's not a knock on Andrew or anything. It's just, he's not the most talented. And, I mean, he plays hard. He plays hard. Also, but like I said, he's proven to be a bit of a liability. He kind of concerns me, a bit of a liability.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I mean, if they feel like he's the best person for that position come week one, then for now, until the coaching staff proves me otherwise, I'm rolling with my guys.
Well, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Make sure y'all go and donate. www.betterunite.com/PFUFA charity challenge. Let's make sure we get my guy to W, bro. We gonna beat the Texans ass, and you gonna beat that Ultimate Warrior looking motherfucker's ass too. That's what we doing.
Yeah. Now it's crazy though, because
yeah,
yes sir. But it's crazy, bro. You fell right into the trap.
What's that?
Andrew Wingard is a liability. He fell right into the trap.
Andrew Wingard is a liability. Okay. And you know what? He said Andrew Wingard is a liability against the deep ball.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can go with that to an extent. Yeah. Okay.
What's that timer? It's red. 3, 2. That's the camera.
Let's go. So, y'all, I'm using this brand new Nikon, my DSLR. My wife's a photographer, right? So she's got the dope ass camera. And I was like, man, I'm tired of this shitty ass little webcam. I want better quality. So I bought all the necessary cords and whatnot to make the Nikon 3400 DSLR act as a webcam. Only problem is, and I'm sure UCF Jag, maybe he knows his trick. He can help me out. Every 30 minutes, you have to press a button of some sort to wake it back up, or it goes into sleep mode. So in 30 minutes is the max.
It does look better because you can see the whole board.
Right, that was
better. The board's better in color. Yeah,
it's crispy. All right, but let's do this though. Let's dive into the Dewy take. Let's take a look. Anybody else, please feel free to call 904-878-3868. The number is on the bottom of the screen. Call in, give your take on the Andrew Wingard situation, or anything else you want to talk about when it comes to Duval, Jacksonville Jaguars versus Houston this week. 904-878-3868. Super easy. Let's look though. So I did a little research here, and we dove in to this Andrew Wingard situation. Now, when you say a liability, I think to myself, okay, he must have given up a lot of touchdowns. We saw more Andrew Wingard last year than the year before, correct?
Say what happened?
I said we saw more Andrew Wingard last year than we'd have in the previous year, correct? He played more last year, you would say?
Yeah, he played more.
Yeah, for sure. So Andrew Wingard played in 13 games. He was hurt prior outside of those, the other 3. He started 4 games at safety. Andrew Wingard in those games, how many touchdowns do you think Andrew Wingard must have given up to be considered a liability?
To be considered a liability, you have to give up like anywhere between more than 6 or 7 touchdowns. And if you give up in 13 games, if you're giving up 2 touchdowns a game, that's a liability. So I mean, he played in 13. Even if you gave up 13 touchdowns, that's a liability because you're just giving up a touchdown every game.
Oh,
and I don't think he did that.
All right.
To send a voicemail, press
Let's do it. Yo.
What's up?
What's going on, Cheyenne? What's going on with you, fella?
Not much, man. I was just gonna weigh in on the Dewy situation. So,
yeah, bro. Talk to me.
I don't really think
he makes some bad plays, but he made a lot of good plays.
In him. Like I have visions of him getting torched against Tennessee last year, but I do think that we're in a different position because Urban and the coaching staff won't tolerate mediocrity. So if he does fuck up, then you know they're not gonna keep him on the field. They can trust that at least.
Right. Yeah, no, for sure, 100%. And I think that's what Gary had said earlier when he called in is if you trust the coaching staff, well, and you have to trust that they're making the right decision with Dewy. I also think that we have to consider what role Dewy will be playing on Sunday. Do you think Dewey's going to be out here in man coverage, trying to cover wide receivers up the seam? I highly doubt it. Do you think he's going to be back there playing quarters? No, I don't think so. I think Dewey's going to be down in the box because we're about to play a team that has no fucking wide receivers. All they have is a bunch of running backs who used to be good and a quarterback who runs fast.
And Tyrod, yeah, he got a decent little deep ball.
You might see him on special teams, but you're right. I don't think he's going to be out there trying to light up, receivers or anything like that. So, I mean, kind of like everybody has said, I know it's echoing the sentiment, but until I have a reason not to trust Urban, I got to go with him.
100%, bro. Cheyenne, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Thanks for giving your take tonight. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, you know what? And I think that's what we're about to get, bro. It's about to be a lot of that. Unless we get some, and I think the Dewy haters are staying away from the phone tonight, bro. I think the Dewy haters are staying away. They're not going to call in. because they're not hearing that. And people don't like conflict, right? You don't want to argue with me and Jay. We're not going to argue with you, though, I promise. You call in with an opposite take, we're going to let you talk your shit, give your take, and, then we'll address it from there. But, I mean, that should be the sentiment. I tell you what, though, that is not the sentiment. These individuals calling in are the minority of this Andrew Wingard situation for sure. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing the show tonight. We wouldn't be talking about it.
Because on all the Facebook groups, just oh my God, they were so upset.
Andrew won't guard.
Andrew won't guard.
Andrew won't guard. What the? Shut up.
Dewy or Donny? That was a good one.
Come on, bro. Like, let's talk about it. Are you serious? All right. So, like you said, if you're going to be considered a liability in coverage, you have to have given up at least 6-7 touchdowns last year, right? Dewy gave up 2 touchdowns last year, bro. Let's talk about it. Dewy had 2 interceptions last season. Oh, wait a minute. Before I get into it, we got another one.
Call from.
Fellas.
Yes, sir.
Oh, boy. Look what the cat drug in.
Yes, sir. Fellas.
Big Marcus, Mr. Fellas in the building. What's going on, man?
What's happening, Penguin?
Chilling. We talking about Andrew Wingard, man. A lot of people mad.
I'm shocked, to be honest.
Okay.
It's a shock.
Understandable.
That makes me question how far along is Andre Cisco and his development.
That's a valid point.
That's what it kind of makes me think. It just makes me think how far along is he really in his development? Is rehab? Is he still really rehabbing and we don't know? Did he tweak something that we don't know? I don't know. But it was a shock. As far as him making the team, I had no doubt that he was going to make the team, but just primarily being a special teams player.
Right.
So it kind of just threw me off just a little bit. But you know what? Like I said last week, I'm trusting Urban Meyer. I'm trusting the coaches. They know what we're doing. They go to war with these boys every day in practice. So they know their capabilities a little bit better than what we do. So we just gotta, as a fan base, gotta just sit back, breathe, and trust what the fuck Urban Meyer is doing, what the coaching staff is doing, and then we can analyze this at the end of it all. But they know a little bit more than what we do, so we gotta just trust what they're saying.
For sure. I agree. And that's kind of been the sentiment thus far. Everybody says, hey, if you're rocking with Urban, you gotta trust what he's saying. So I appreciate you for calling in on the Wingard take. Let me get your prediction for this week. Give me your score.
This week, the score I have it being 24-14. Jaguars win.
24-14. Your Jacksonville Jaguars over the Houston Texans. Big Marcus, thank you for calling in, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Not too shabby. 24-14 Jags. I see you. Marcus is right, though. And I think he brought up a valid point that we hadn't really talked about yet. And that should be the question, right?
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with Cisco? Maybe. Yeah. But I don't think you should be like overly concerned. I mean, people who saw his injury and saw where he's at now, they've said it's mind-blowing. Yeah. The way he's bounced back. They say with the things he's able to do on that repaired knee, they said it's phenomenal.
I think they're prepared to burn it. Urban Meyer is treating this like it's how you're supposed to treat this, bro. You gotta pull guys along at a certain pace. It's not the biggest thing is, bro. This is not a fucking sprint, dog. It's a full blown motherfucking marathon.
And it's a little longer than usual, big dog.
Yeah, because you just don't his success doesn't come overnight. It's always proven that other than like Ohio State, really, because he, you know what I'm saying, like in Florida he inherited good players, but he didn't win it his first year. You know what I'm saying? It took him a little bit. Then he knocked him out. Then you know what I'm saying? Every other year over there, Ohio State going. You got to build that up, man. That shit don't happen overnight, bro. He doesn't have his team. This team is not. We only had so many draft picks. Oh, we had so many draft picks. Yeah, we only had so many. we don't know. This motherfucker might not like nobody on this goddamn team that he inherited. But guess what? You can't just cut every goddamn body. so, bro, this is not the finished. This is not the finished picture of this football team, man. We're going to be working deals. We're going to be working trades. We're going to be working the draft in the next coming year, next couple of coming years, bro. They have to build this, bro. Everything he's told you is about building the program. We don't have a program in place, and that's why the fuck we've been so fucked up over the last goddamn forever. Ever since Coughlin left, if they were making the money how they were making now, and all the deals and all this stuff, and how you can skate under the salary cap now, Tom Coughlin would still be the damn head coach from back then. But we couldn't make that shit work with the players, and they fucked us. They kind of fucked us over because, see, if you look at it, because I guess they give you, when you're an expansion team, they give you so many like parameters, and you can go over money for so long, but it's kind of like delayed money that you have to pay, and then you have to keep paying. It was some wild shit like that, and that shit fucked us up. That's why we were bad for a while. That's why then Tom Coughlin left. But if you look at the Panthers, the Panthers didn't really get good until after we got good, because they didn't go spend all their damn money and do all that. They didn't go for the gusto right away like Tom Coughlin did. And they were able to go compete for Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They built their fucking team up. We built our team up quickly, but it wasn't like there wasn't no program in place after Tom Coughlin left, because the only way you get that kind of program is with somebody who has a program. And they just kept bringing people in who are coordinators and shit and don't know how to run it. He built. That's the thing. That's what I do give Tom Coughlin a lot of respect for, because they said, here's an NFL franchise team, and they gave him a motherfucking big ass lump of clay, and he molded that bitch into what the fuck we deem as the glory years. Like, and at the end of the day, that was good, but we didn't get to a Super Bowl, so it's like we got to hold on to that for the glory. But
for sure.
But there was a reason for how we got there and how we had sustained success. We got better every year. We just made plays. The team got better. We just made better decisions, and that's how you got to do it now. And like I said, now, bro, you have the quarterback. That's that's the prettiest, that's the baddest bitch at the dance. That's the baddest bitch in the club. Everybody want to come, bro. Everybody trying to come see. And if you got a chance to come talk to her, come play with her, oh man, they gonna try to, man. People want to go play with Tom Brady. People want to go play with Patrick Mahomes. People want to go play with Russell Wilson.
Facts.
Defensive players want to do that shit because they know that's gonna make them better. Probably gonna make them better in the game. They playing. They're sitting there every day talking and can pick the mind of an elite quarterback. Like you can't take none of that shit for granted.
No. And the thing that blows my mind with Dewy, what I don't understand is, how do you not root for Dewy? He's undrafted. He's 24 years old. He's been here for 2 years, okay? He's 24 years old, and he's playing his ass off. He worked his way in. He's a special teamer who's worked his way in now, and he's getting an opportunity. Applaud that. Let's jump back to his stats from 2020. Dewy had 2 interceptions, okay? He started 4 games, Jay. He had 2 picks. In 4 games that he started, he played 13. He had 2 interceptions. Isn't that more than Jalen Ramsey had his rookie year? Come on, bro. He had 2 interceptions. He was targeted 22 times. Out of those 22 targets, he gave up 12 completions. That's a 54.5 completion percentage. That is almost half of what Joe Schobert was giving up as our starting middle linebacker, making $56+ million. He gave up a total of 159 yards on those targets and 2 touchdowns. Not 6 or 7 like you would have assumed to be labeled a liability. Dewy gave up 2 touchdowns. He gave up a quarterback rating of 70.1. What does that mean, Kay? That means quarterbacks, when targeting Andrew Wingard, had a quarterback rating of 70.1. Now, a lot of y'all aren't going to understand exactly what that means, and that's okay, because I did more research to dig some up so we can talk about it and compare to other safeties in the league. John Johnson, the third, remember him? He was a free agent this offseason. A lot of Jacksonville Jaguar fans was hoping he would make his way here to Jacksonville. John Johnson, the third, had 4 interceptions, only 4, and he started 16 games. John Johnson III gave up a completion percentage of 67.9. 67.9. Dewey was 54.5. He gave up 4 touchdowns. That's twice as much as Andrew Wingard, and he gave up a quarterback rating of 81.8. Keep in mind, that was on I almost said St. Louis, LA Rams defense with Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, and company. Like, come on, bro. But wait a second. 16 games, that's a lot more of a sample size, right? Okay, I feel you. Well, let's jump over to Jordan Poyer then. Jordan Poyer, pretty good safety for the Broncos, yeah? Well, Jordan Poyer played 16 games, started 16 games. Guess how many picks he had? 4. Once again, 4. Wingard had 2. 39 targets. Wingard was targeted 22 times. Poyer was targeted 39 times. Pretty close. He gave up 26 completions. His completion percentage when targeted was 66.7. Again, worse than 54.5% Andrew Wingard gave up. He gave up 396 yards, 4 touchdowns. Wingard gave up 2. And he allowed a quarterback rating of 94.6 when quarterbacks targeted him. 94.6. But if I asked you, Jay, would you want to have Jordan Poyer on your team? You would say yes.
Yeah, I would. And it was crazy because he just signed, because he was in Buffalo last year. He just signed a deal with Denver. Like, he just got paid for that.
That's what I'm saying. So the Dewy hate is just mind blowing to me. I'm not telling y'all Dewey's a Pro Bowler. I'm not telling y'all
he's not a fucking Pro Bowler, bro. But Kid Rock be going crazy in the game sometimes, bro. And I just feel like he'll only get better by continuing to play.
And that's gonna segue us into where we at. That's gonna segue us into this final topic for the night. And that's the Houston Texans versus Jacksonville Jaguars. If we really get down to it, and we want to talk about, I know, I'm sorry. I can't take this motherfucker serious right here, bro.
What? I didn't see it.
Oh shit! It's in Facebook, bro.
Oh god,
it's in Facebook, bro. Somebody told me they don't know who Andrew Wingard is. They just know Jaguars. And this is a big Jags fan, bro. Oh my god, I can't.
It's the one that looks like Kid Rock.
Yeah, bro. All right. So, Jersey Jaguar says Cisco will be the safety for years to come. While him not starting Sunday is annoying, his time will come soon enough. It will, 100%. He's not the long-term answer. And if he is, great, because you know what that means? That means you found a guy, a diamond in the rough, because you bet not try to sit here and tell me that Ray Jenkins is that much better than Dewy, because they're kind of the same guy. They are guys who were undrafted. I'm pretty sure Rayshawn Jenkins.
What was his? That you didn't look. Him should look at Rayshawn Jenkins' numbers.
Because Rayshawn Jenkins was a special teamer. I know that he was not a starting safety in this league to start.
I'm saying, but he played some.
I got it. Yeah, no, I got him right here. He came in 2017. He started 0 games. He played barely any. He had 13 total tackles. 1 quarterback hit. Rayshawn Jenkins, his first run at being a starter was 2019. He had 3 interceptions. Hold on, let me get to the advanced stats. He had 3 interceptions. He gave up 56.3 completion percentage, right there with Dewy. And he gave up a total of 2 touchdowns, and he allowed 101 quarterback rating. Here we go. We're going to take this next call.
Call from.
Hi.
Your caller just hung up. Goodbye.
Oh, my caller hung up. Oh, my.
Oh, man. Maybe they were Rayshawn Jenkins.
Oh, my.
Maybe it was Rayshawn Jenkins. Fuck.
Oh, it was Rayshawn. He heard what we were saying.
Damn. Sorry, Rayshawn. Call back.
Damn. But look at that, bro. That's crazy. So a 56.3, right in line with Dewy. 16 targets, 9 completions, right in line with Dewy. He was actually targeted less than Dewy. His yards more than Dewy, and he allowed 101 quarterback rating when he was targeted.
Yeah.
He gave up 2 touchdowns on motherfucking 9 completions, bro. That's worse than Andrew Wingard.
Yeah, because it was 2 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's worse, bro. Because Andrew Wingard gave up 2 touchdowns on 12 completions. So it's worse, bro. So that's what I'm saying. Now, he had a much better 2020.
Yeah.
Because it looked like he was getting beat deep. That's what it was. He was getting beat deep in 2019 because yards per completion, 26.7.
God damn.
Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Somebody was
he was coming up the game. That might have been in one game. Might have got his ass motherfucking cleared on that shit.
Your ass down, motherfucker.
26 points. God damn.
Now, somebody.
Allen Robinson, look, take that into consideration. Allen Robinson was getting like, what was he getting? Like 18 yards a catch or some shit like that. Like 26.
That's
crazy. You gave up 9 of those.
That's crazy.
Which means, and the thing about the average, you gave up. I'm honestly thinking you gave up a couple that were like 20. You gave up a couple that were like 15. You probably gave up 5, a 10, some 15s. But you gave up a 60-yarder and you gave up a 70-yarder, and then everything else was like underneath. But you gave up at least 3. You gave up 3 really big plays, but you gave up a couple of other chunk plays too. So that's wild, boy. He got cussed out 3 times at least.
And in that next season, they watched the tape. In the next season, they watched the tape because they targeted that motherfucker 64 times. They came for that young man.
How many games did he start?
5.6% of his passes against him.
Okay,
and he gave up his quarterback rating was 78 given up that year. So better as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Because he only gave up 2 touchdowns on 64 targets.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
that's
much better.
Well, that's how you get paid. That's what I'm saying. Bro, the shit, bro, that's what I'm saying. People don't, I mean, I don't expect everybody to go to find where you need to find advanced stats, and I'm not here to tell people where to do that because that's what you should already know how to do that.
Right.
But people don't even look at stuff like that. Like some of the stuff,
talk shit. At least
just want to talk shit, bro. That's it, and that's cool, bro. Just want to be cool with, just want to be down with whatever the group think is. That's fine, but sometimes it's not, bro. Like people just say dumb shit just so they can have a reaction or get people to agree with them, bro. I mean, that's cool, but I'd rather have somebody agree with something I can kind of convince them to, like, make them think a little different than what they were thinking before. And I'm not really into those kind of just straightforward, like, I can have a straightforward conversation, but that's not what we're talking. It's football, so they understand that this is a game that children play. And most of the people in the league, they love that money. But a lot of them would play football until the day they died. Like, if they didn't make it, they would play semi-pro. They would be playing arena. They'll be playing. Some of those guys will play football until the day that they cannot walk anymore. So that's what we have to really understand, that what this is. But there's a lot of things that happen in football, bro. There's 22 people on the field at one time. Whatever you see on the TV is just not what everything that happens in the game. Yeah, there's so much more that's going on into that game. So.
For sure, man. I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. This is the Men and Teal Podcast. It's brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group. Make sure you check them out online at mcg247.com or on all social media platforms at mcg247. Miller Creative Group. Discover the one source difference. Also, our good friends over at Anchor Fence and Deck. Call my buddy Jalen up for a free estimate today. That's 904-859-5481, or you can check them out online at anchorfence-deck.com. We all need someone to hold us down when times are tough, and everybody knows that nobody holds it down better than Anchor Fence and Deck. So, the Jacksonville Jaguars head to take on the Houston Texans.
What's your prediction?
Big W's. Big W's.
Big dubs.
I'm talking 32-13. 32-13 type dubs. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. And I'll tell you why. And this kind of goes into what I was talking about here with the Dewy situation, and what I said was a perfect segue, because you have to really look at who the Houston Texans are now.
Yeah, especially at this very moment. Right
now, right.
Yeah.
Today.
Yeah.
Houston Texans are a terrible football team. And the thing is we are Jaguar fans saying that. And the nation has called us a terrible football team before, but guess what? We had James Robinson.
Yeah.
We had DJ Chark.
Yeah.
We had even Gardner Minshew, who was considered top 25 under 25.
At least for one good, really, really good game. Well, actually, 2 or 3 really good games, actually.
Right. We had Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
We had a CJ Henderson who was looking to be proud. Like, we had players.
Yeah.
The Houston Texans have nobody.
No, they are bare booty naked. That shit is crazy.
It's bad. This is bad. And the thing is it's not just that they have nobody. The Texans players know they have nobody.
Bro, do you understand, bro? They thought that they could hire a black coach and then everything was just going to be okay.
Yep. They said, hey, let me tell you. So you remember how we tried to get all them whores to come out and say those things about that boy? Well, now maybe we can get him to stay. Now he knows you can't go nowhere. But let's go ahead and hire one of his partners. We're gonna hire one of his partners over here.
Bro, you know how he did it, bro? All he did, bro, is the same owner that said something about the inmates running the asylum or inmates running the prison. Bro, all he did was try to plant evidence and then search a cell. That's all this is, bro. This ain't the first time this shit ever happened.
He thought he'd go ahead and put a brother in charge. That was going
to no. You're going to try to keep him in place. Like, no, just take this bid. No, just take it. Take the plea. No, I got my own lawyer, man. Fuck you.
What Dave Chappelle character was? The Klan?
I'm talking about Clayton Bigsby.
Everybody Clayton Bigsby. You got head coach Clayton Bigsby over there. You brought in head coach Clayton Bigsby. You got Samuel L. Jackson from Samuel L. Jackson from Django.
Yeah, talking about man. Hey, we just gonna make it better, man. Just come on, man. This is gonna be fuck out of here with that. Yeah, what the fuck?
It's gonna be lots of better. Come on up, get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody buying that.
Walk in there and say, who is this on that man? It's going crazy. Like, no, man, that was not what's going on, bro. Like, y'all really played it, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. That owner is racist as fuck. And so it's just like they playing with this man's career, and he not letting them do that, bro. Fuck y'all. Y'all already gave me the bread, bro, and y'all got me fucked up, bro. I'm not. Guess what? There's stuff going on, man. I can't play, bro.
We got to get.
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing, but I can't play under. I can't play under that pressure. I can't play on that. I can't perform. I have anxiety. I have depression. I can't do nothing. I can come to practice and I can try to put on a brave face for the guys and talk to them, but I can't play. I am in no shape to play. My mental is not there. I cannot do it. I'm so sorry, but I'll be here every single day, and I'm going to put my heart into it every single day that I can.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to earn as much of this paycheck as I possibly can, but I definitely cannot play.
It's terrible. It's terrible over there. And then they turn around and trade their best corner.
Yeah.
Best corner. And
that ain't gonna have bro.
It's got the locker room upset. Lonnie Johnson is the safety for the Texans. He's been there for 3 seasons. He says in Twitter, Lonnie Johnson says, shit is crazy. I don't understand it, but go spin, bro. Yeah. Like, the players are not happy with what's happening.
No, they're not.
They're not happy. Anybody who signed to Houston,
they got their eye on that boy from Oklahoma. They said, "Fuck it, we gonna try to get Spencer Rattler. They're gonna take the Spencer Rattler or somebody or if somebody else pop up."
No, the owner wants Spencer. He's safe black. He's kind of black.
Yeah, he's kind of like, it was good enough. He's like, he's probably, he might be safer, but I don't know. He might be, I think he's edgy. He looked like that, but he might be a little edgier than Patrick Mahomes.
He might, Oh, he definitely. Spencer's a fucking fool. Spencer Rattler. If they get Spencer Rattler,
that's Black Baker Mayfield.
That young man there, that's a wild boy.
Yes.
Now, I want you to think about this, bro. And we talked a little off the air, but Vernon Hargreaves,
he's going to be on the
corner.
And I love all my Gators, but Vernon Hargreaves is going to be out there on the island, dog.
Vernon Hargreaves is a 41.2 overall rating on PFF, the lowest cornerback rating for starting corners. Vernon Hargreaves, 41.2 overall. One report says, at least we can all see if Vernon Hargreaves III in his 41.2 overall PFF grade can set a record for the most receptions and yards surrendered to a rookie quarterback on opening weekend. Hell, even Madden wouldn't start a 41.2 player, yet here we are. Shout out to that writer. Savage.
We need him writing. I love it.
Savage, bro.
I fucking love it.
Now, I went out. Now, once I read that, I was like, I like this guy. So he has a few key points, things to consider, and I'll kind of rattle them off to you a little bit. The Texans lead the Jaguars all-time series 25-13. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware of that. Texans have also won the last 6 meetings, bro.
Yeah, ever since we beat them, ever since 2017, I think we lost every time.
Yep. This is the first game for both Texans head coach David Culley and Urban Meyer. The Texans 2020 offense averaged 370 yards per game. There's no Deshaun Watson anymore. Jaguars 2020 offense averaged 326 yards per game. We now have Trevor. Tyrod Taylor passed 30 times for 16 completions, 208 yards, and a 75.4 passer rating last season.
Before the doctor punctured his lung. That we didn't. I don't know. We did talk about that, but that was something. That was something else that was racist. How in the fuck do you give him a shot? You give him a shot at his ribs, and you puncture his life. I understand this right there, but you jabbed a needle that deep into somebody, bro. And then I don't like Justin Herbert, but that's weirdly ironic. So I'm not gonna go on too much on nothing, but that was wild, bro. People just kind of didn't. They just blew that over like it was like that's extremely rare for that to happen. These people are supposed to be professionals.
Yeah. No, it definitely wasn't. That was a crazy situation. And then he finds out right before the game, and he has to start. Yeah, and it's against Kansas City, and that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. But Tyrod, but he's not going to. We know what he is. Like, you know what I'm saying? He has a little touch. He can kind of hit some of those deep balls, but he's a mobile guy too. And get him to move and have to try to throw on the run. That's I think what he doesn't want to do.
Yeah.
So he wants to sit in the pocket and throw.
So let's do this. How about this? So what we'll do here is we'll go comparison for comparison, because instead of just hollering out these stats, I'd rather just ask you. Tyrod Taylor or Trevor Lawrence?
Golden boy.
David Johnson or James Robinson?
I'll take a spinner.
Brandon Cooks or DJ Chark?
I'm taking DJ.
The Texans defense or the Jags defense?
I'm taking our defense.
Right. Oh God. Christian Kirksey or Shaq Griffin?
Christian Kirksey.
You hate him so much. You hate Shaq. You're a terrible person.
Bro, I do not. He has to show me something, bro. I do not think he's that good, bro.
CJ Henderson or Vernon Hargreaves?
Oh yeah, CJ. Let's go Gators. Let's get on Gators violence, but let's go Gators.
The Texans offensive line or the Jags offensive line?
Ours, but I mean that's kind of like by default. I don't like our offensive line, but ours is still better.
They're bad.
They're still better, but yeah, they're really bad.
They are a bad football team, and we should go out here and dominate. If we do not go out here and dominate, it will not be because of Trevor Lawrence. It will not be because of the players. I fully, wholeheartedly believe it will be because of the coaching staff. If we go out here, it has to be the coaching staff. Hold on, I got to swap this. Yeah, there we go. See, now you're on the side of your cartoon. I'm on the side of mine. That's better. Okay. I like that.
2 hours in, let's go.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, we're learning here. You know, we're learning here. Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting. After this game, does Trevor Lawrence come in the office, demand a new contract, and then walk out and say he's gonna go work out? Does he pull a TJ Watt?
No, I don't think he has the balls of TJ Watt yet. But
shout out TJ Watt.
But shout out to TJ fucking Watt, man. That's how you handle your fucking business, bro. He comes from a already decent family before his brother was a superstar, $100 million maker. Now he's the second $100 million maker, bro. These people are not hurting for money. They're not people. They're not regular people. They
got a Subway in their backyard, Jay.
Yeah, bro.
They got a Subway in their backyard. Saw it on the TV.
Look, you know how those families look. You know how some of those Wisconsin families are.
They live in Pewaukee.
Yeah, with some big old houses. They got indoor pools, outdoor pools. They got basketball. They got everything. Baseball, diamond in the little pitching mounds on the backyard. It was going crazy.
All that. They got everything, bro.
Yeah, man.
The Watts are crazy.
Yeah, the Watts are crazy. And like I said, and that's nothing against his talent because there's nothing. He's a hell of a fucking player. And he told him, bro, he told his agent, like, bro, like, stop trying to get the most, like, you don't have to try to get the most money. I'm guessing.
Right. Reports are he walks in the office like, what's the holdup? What the fuck is going on? What's happening? Yeah. And they say, well, the holdup is, with the agent. He's asking for more money. Well, what's the line? They said, it's guaranteed $80 million, $28 million a year. Yeah. So $28 million a year, $80 million, highest paid defensive player in the league. Yeah. I said, okay, hey, you know what? Shakes hands. Sounds good to me. I'm going to go get a fucking workout and I'll be back.
Yeah. That's how you handle that shit, bro. Let's say a lot of these agents just be getting in the way.
Yeah. What you going to do? Another 10? Another 10 million? Appreciate you, but that's for you, big dog. That's not for me.
Yeah, he won another, 3%, 10 million?
That's what Uchi says.
Yeah, that's what he got Luke Joker's leg, bro. I question all of his.
Uche said you get 40% goes to the government, 3% to your agent, the rest is yours.
Yeah, man. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stop saying his name on my podcast because he got Luke Joker's leg, bro. His first start at left tackle.
Oh, man. All right, let's get to predictions. Big Marcus has us 24-14 Jags. Agent K has it motherfucking... What'd I say?
He said 31-13. 32-13 or
31-13. I like that one. What'd you say?
I didn't yet, but I think will be 27-10. I don't know why. It's a 17-point win, except for opposed to 18 or 19-point win.
18.
I think we win. I think we win by 3 scores.
I like it. Trevor Lawrence, over or under 300 yards passing.
I think a little under. I would love for it to be over, but I'm thinking like 250, 225 to 250. But if we have to end up throwing the ball for some reason, it could be 300. But I'm gonna go for like 225, 250, so under.
All right, Trevor Lawrence, 2 touchdown line, or 1.5 touchdown line, over or under.
Over.
Trevor Lawrence, 0.5 interception is the line. Over.
You said 1.5?
No, 0.5.
0.5? Over. I think he throws a pick.
I'm gonna go under. All right, cool. 5 INT.
I gotta go opposite. I knew we were gonna go under.
Yeah, I'm gonna go under. I just can't. I can't see them getting a fucking pick.
If he gets 3 touchdowns and he does end up going for the 300 something yards, I think he throws the ball for like 35 or 40 times. He might throw a pick.
Right.
Something might happen like how Leonard Fournette cost Tom Brady a pick. So that's what I'm taking into consideration.
Jersey Jaguar said Trevor's getting 3 touchdowns. God damn it.
Yeah, I like it.
Shout out Jersey Jaguar, man. 3 touchdowns. I like that. 3 tutties. 3
tutties, and James Robinson get him 1 or 2.
Ooh.
So hopefully a special team.
What if we come out and score 40?
I mean, that would be even lovely if we came out.
It'll be like last year all over again. Everybody scored 40 except us, but so we scored 40 this time.
Yeah. Lambo getting some good kicks in.
Yeah. I like it. I like it, man. Hey, listen, we appreciate all y'all for tuning in, man. This is the Men Until Podcast. It is brought to you by the good folks over at the Miller Creative Group. Let's show them some love on the way out the door.
MCG, our group of talented designers, can take your ideas and create something special. Been needing to wrap your vehicle to promote your business? Or maybe creating new business cards to stand out in your field? Maybe you're looking to create a memorable gift for a friend. Call us today and speak with a member of our staff and let us handle your vision so you can focus on what's important. Call 904-771-5855 or visit mcg247.com for more information.
904 Printing, your one-stop shop for all your printing needs. Flyers, business cards, banners, apparel, and more. 904 Printing has got you covered. Call for a quote today, 904-392-2139, or visit us online at 904printing.com. 904 Printing, we're just better, duh.
And like I told you before, storm season is almost gone, but the damage has been done. Some of y'all got privacy fences looking like fishnet stockings. I don't tell you, Jay know about fishnet stockings. He got some girls. I seen the Instagram posting. He got some girls.
Close friends.
Jay is certified lover boy. And some of y'all also just want to add the pets in the fenced-in yard and what that brings you. You want your deck redone? Well, Paula and Dan, the Freemans, they got you covered. Anchor, Fence, and Deck can bring you those beautiful backyard dreams you've been having. It can bring them to life. So call my buddy Jalen for a free estimate today at 904-859-5481. Or you can check them out online at anchorfence-deck.com. We all need someone to hold us down when times are tough, and nobody holds it down. I said nobody holds it down better than Anchor, Fence, and Deck. Bro, we done finally got through a show that mattered again.
I'm telling you, dog. Bro, the NFL is back, bro. The NFL is back, bro. Like I said, I think this season is going to be a lot different. It's going to be a lot more. We always going to be, you already know, the Jags is super, super heavy. But this NFL season is going to be very, very interesting, dog. It's another COVID year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's going to be a lot of headlines, a lot of storylines all over the league. And then, honestly, all that stuff kind of it wraps into each other. So there's going to be a lot of coverage of a lot of stuff on here, man. So just stay tuned, man. We about to go up this year, man.
Turn up. Yes, sir. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure you tune in with us every week as we come live to you on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Also tune in for the post-game show following the game. Make sure you stay with us, man. Stay rocking with us. Make sure you hop in that Men Until Podcast Pick'em. Make sure that you stay in the group. If you're not in there, join it on Facebook, Men Until Podcast. Follow us on all social media platforms at Men Until Podcast, except Twitter. That's Men Until Pod. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Men Until Podcast. Tell your family, tell your friends, tell them all. Shout out to us for getting through the first show of the season. Thank you.
Let's go. Oh, no, hold on. The season hasn't started yet, according to somebody. It said the season doesn't start until until after the first game or until
after. Yeah.
Oh God.
I am your host, the Hot Take Hooligan Agent K. That's the Cannabis Analyst Agent K, and we are out of there.
We smoke, we smoke,